In today's economic landscape, debt has become a common companion for many individuals. Whether it's student loans, mortgages, or credit card debt, the burden of owing money can weigh heavily on one's shoulders. However, few experiences match the emotional and financial toll of being $120,000 in debt. In this video, we delve into the intricate details of what it's truly like to carry such a substantial financial burden. Number 5. The accumulation of debt. The journey into a $120,000 debt hole often begins innocently enough. For some, it may start with student loans taken out in pursuit of higher education and better career prospects. Others may find themselves drowning in credit card debt due to unforeseen emergencies or simply living beyond their means. Regardless of the initial cause, the accumulation of debt is typically a gradual process, often fueled by a combination of necessity and unchecked spending habits. It often begins with a seemingly manageable amount, a few $1,000s here and there for tuition, books, or basic living expenses. For many young adults, student loans are seen as an investment in their future, a necessary step towards achieving their career goals. However, as the years go by and the interest accumulates, what started as a reasonable loan can quickly balloon into a significant financial burden. Similarly, credit card debt can creep up on individuals, especially during times of financial strain or unexpected expenses. A medical emergency, car repairs, or even just everyday purchases can add up quickly, especially if not managed responsibly. Many people fall into the trap of relying on credit cards to cover these expenses, only to find themselves trapped in a cycle of minimum payments and ever-increasing interest rates. Unchecked spending habits can also play a significant role in the accumulation of debt. In a culture that often encourages consumption and instant gratification, it's easy to lose track of how much money is being spent, especially when using credit cards or other forms of easy credit. Small indulgences and impulse purchases can quickly add up, leading to a mountain of debt that can feel insurmountable. Number 4. The weight of financial stress. As the debt load grows, so too does the weight of financial stress. Every month becomes a delicate balancing act of managing payments while attempting to cover basic living expenses. The constant worry about making ends meet can take a significant toll on one's mental and emotional well-being. Sleepless nights and anxiety become all too familiar companions, casting a shadow over even the simplest of joys. Financial stress has a way of infiltrating every aspect of life. It's not just about the numbers on the balance sheet. It's about the constant mental calculations, the nagging feeling of inadequacy, and the fear of what the future may hold. Simple pleasures that were once taken for granted, a night out with friends, a weekend getaway, or even just a leisurely stroll in the park, become sources of guilt and anxiety when money is tight. The pressure to keep up appearances can also exacerbate the stress of debt. In a society that often equates success with material wealth, there's a stigma attached to financial struggles. Many individuals feel ashamed or embarrassed to admit that they're struggling, leading to feelings of isolation and loneliness. Relationships can suffer under the weight of financial stress as well. Arguments about money are a common source of conflict in marriages and partnerships, often leading to resentment and strain. Couples may find themselves drifting apart as they struggle to navigate the complexities of debt and financial hardship together. Before we start again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now let's go to number 3, impact on relationships. Debt has a way of seeping into every aspect of life, including relationships. Whether it's with a spouse, family member, or friend, the strain of financial hardship can test even the strongest bonds. Arguments about money become commonplace, and feelings of resentment may start to brew as one partner feels burdened by the other's debt. In some cases, relationships may buckle under the pressure, further exacerbating the sense of isolation and despair. In romantic partnerships, money matters can quickly become a source of tension. Conflicting spending habits, differing financial priorities, and the stress of debt can strain communication and erode trust. Couples may find themselves caught in a cycle of blame and defensiveness, with each partner feeling misunderstood and unsupported. Resentment can build as one partner feels like they're carrying the weight of the financial burden alone, while the other may feel judged or criticized for their spending habits. Family relationships can also be affected by financial stress, especially when one member's debt impacts the entire household. Parents may feel guilty for not being able to provide for their children as they'd like, while adult children may feel pressure to support aging parents or siblings in need. Sibling rivalries and generational tensions can be exacerbated by financial struggles, leading to strained relationships and fractured family dynamics. Number 2, the illusion of freedom. Despite the suffocating weight of debt, there is often an illusion of freedom associated with borrowing money. Credit cards offer the promise of instant gratification, allowing individuals to purchase items they desire without having to wait. Similarly, loans provide the means to achieve goals that might otherwise seem out of reach, whether it's buying a home or starting a business. However, this perceived freedom comes at a steep cost, one that many only fully realize once they find themselves buried in debt. Credit cards can feel like a ticket to indulgence, offering the allure of luxury and convenience with just a swipe. From designer clothes to fancy dinners, the ability to buy now and pay later can be intoxicating. For many, it's easy to justify these purchases in the moment, convincing themselves that they deserve to treat themselves or that they'll pay off the balance later. However, as interest rates compound and minimum payments pile up, what initially seemed like a small indulgence can quickly spiral into a mountain of debt. Loans, on the other hand, offer the promise of achieving long-held dreams and aspirations. Whether it's buying a home, financing a college education, or starting a business, loans can provide the financial means to turn aspirations into reality. For some, the prospect of owning a home or building a successful business is worth the financial risk. However, without careful planning and budgeting, taking on too much debt can quickly lead to financial hardship and stress. Number 1. Navigating the road to financial recovery. Escaping the clutches of $120,000 in debt is no small feat, but it is possible with dedication and perseverance. For some, this journey may involve cutting back on expenses, adopting a strict budget, and prioritizing debt repayment above all else. Others may seek assistance from financial advisors or debt consolidation services to help streamline their payments and reduce interest rates. Regardless of the approach, the road to financial recovery is often long and arduous, requiring sacrifice and discipline along the way. Cutting back on expenses is often the first step towards tackling a substantial debt burden. This may involve making tough choices and sacrifices, such as downsizing to a more affordable living situation, cutting out non-essential expenses like dining out or subscription services, and finding creative ways to save on everyday purchases. Every dollar saved can be put towards debt repayment, helping to chip away at the total balance over time. Adopting a strict budget is essential for managing debt and regain financial stability. Creating a detailed budget that outlines income, expenses, and debt obligations can provide a clear roadmap for managing finances and staying on track with debt repayment goals. It may require discipline and willpower to stick to the budget, but the long-term benefits of reducing debt and building financial security are well worth the effort. Seeking assistance from financial advisors or debt consolidation services can also be beneficial for those struggling to manage a large debt load. Financial advisors can provide personalized guidance and advice on managing debt, budgeting, and building a solid financial foundation for the future. Debt consolidation services can help streamline payments by combining multiple debts into a single, more manageable monthly payment, often at a lower interest rate. Conclusion: being $120,000 in debt is more than just a financial predicament. It's a deeply personal and often overwhelming experience that can impact every aspect of one's life. From the relentless stress and anxiety to the strain it puts on relationships, the burden of debt is not easily shaken off. However, with determination and a strategic plan in place, it is possible to regain control of one's finances and pave the way towards a brighter, debt-free future. Remember, no matter how overwhelming your debt may seem, there's always hope and a path forward. Stay determined, stay focused, and never underestimate the power of perseverance. You've got this.